A busy weekend in Alliance, including a carjacking spree and a fire at Burlington Northern. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Nebraska State Patrol is investigating after an Alliance police officer fired shots while trying to apprehend a suspect who allegedly tried to carjack two vehicles and led officers on a chase. Police Chief Philip Lucan said a suspect fled after an officer tried to make a stop late Friday evening, but the pursuit was called off. However, later in the evening, officers saw a vehicle drive into the police department's parking lot as the driver yelled for help. Lucan says the vehicle that the officer had pursued earlier ran into the car. During an altercation, the officer fired a gun. Chief Lucan says the suspect was later involved in a second carjacking attempt and was arrested. Well, on Sunday, an accidental fire in the roof of a BNSF facility in Alliance left millions of dollars in estimated damage. The Alliance Fire Department was called to the BNSF yard office around 12:30 on Sunday for a fire reported in the roof, with Hemmingford firefighters providing mutual aid. Chief Troy Shoemaker says firefighters found the blaze in between the metallic roof and a roof membrane in the area where the roof met the exterior wall of the tower structure. Only about $100,000 of the estimated potential damage of $3 million was to the roof, with the vast majority to the interior and contents, such as sensitive electrical equipment, but the final damage figure would be determined by BNSF officials. Shoemaker did say that there were silver linings, with no injuries to BNSF or firefighters, and railroad officials were able to retrieve some equipment deemed very important to their duties out of the Alliance facility. Well, coming up after the break, slight chance of some snow flurries this week. Steve Cho says your full week forecast right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
New looks and new decor can be found at Compliments for You and Your Home. Check out the newest styles from Tribal, Charlie B, Ethel, and more. Compliments also has the shoes, purses, and jewelry for any occasion. Plus, right now, get 20% off all clearance apparel. While here, take a look at our solar lights and felt birdhouses. Finally, visit our newest addition, Katie Chandler and her salon. All this at Compliments for You and Your Home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
And good evening with a look at KNEB.TV weather here after a week that wasn't too bad, although very, very windy yesterday. Peak wind gust at Scottsbluff yesterday got up to 52 miles per hour out of the northwest, and there were some other areas that maybe had some stronger wind gusts than that. Yesterday, very windy. We're into an unsettled weather pattern that's going to be with us really all week. There are winter storm watches that have been issued for the Snowy Range and South Laramie Range areas of southeast Wyoming starting Wednesday morning. Periods of rain and snowfall expected across southeast Wyoming and the western part of Nebraska starting Tuesday morning, really through Friday, may even extend out further than that, this unsettled weather. The most impacts being Wednesday and Thursday for now. The area with the most travel impacts, as we look at it right now, the I-80 corridor between Cheyenne and Elk Mountain. Well, today this week-long period of unsettled weather starts with below normal temps and high temps generally in the mid-30s to mid-40s starting by tomorrow. And overnight lows 20s and 30s, mostly cloudy skies. And some light snow or rain or flurries or sprinkle could be starting up in some areas of southeast Wyoming, in northern and eastern Carbon County, and along I-80 by this afternoon into tonight will affect areas of the Panhandle later in the week. Temperatures expected to be near the same on Tuesday as they are today. Most impacts to I-80 between Cheyenne and Elk Mountain, with periods of beginning rainfall and snow in that part of Wyoming, gradually spreading into areas of the Nebraska Panhandle by later in the day. By later tonight, we'll have temps drop back into the 30s. Overnight lows could drop into the mid to upper 20s into early morning. Then we'll get into highs in the 30s by about 9 tomorrow morning. The high yesterday at Scottsbluff, 54 degrees. Morning low at 35. The record high for this date for Scottsbluff, 86 degrees, set back in 1931. And a record low of 3 in 1997. Current temperatures around the region, 40s and into the 50s around most areas. Lows will be coming up here shortly. We look at these current temperatures. Mainly in the 40s, mid to upper 40s, 49 reported at Scottsbluff. And winds that were gusting up to and over 30 miles per hour across the area today. Not as windy as it was on Sunday, but still a pretty good breeze blowing around the area. The wind starting to taper somewhat, may diminish even more by later in the evening. We're still seeing winds generally blowing at around 20, maybe up near 25 miles per hour in some areas. Now, the low temps tonight going to be pretty chilly. Alliance could be 20 degrees. Scottsbluff's forecast low is 24, generally all in the 20s for those low temps tonight. Forecast highs tomorrow comparable to what they were today before it turns colder with areas of precip later in the week. The forecast highs will range from the mid to upper 40s, maybe some low 50s in some areas. Forecast high, as you see for Scottsbluff, there is 50 degrees. Precipitation forecast over the next 36 hours, a little bit greater in southeast Wyoming, but not really a whole lot for areas of the Panhandle through that stretch, although the chance for measurable rain and or snowfall will increase as we progress a little further into the week. The snowfall forecast for the next 36 hours is about the same. 1 to 2 inch amounts maybe in Cheyenne and some of those higher elevations of southeast Wyoming. The possibility for more measurable snowfall for the Panhandle will be a little bit further into the week. The next 36 hours we may see areas of light rain and or snow. There's the forecast low for tonight with diminishing winds gradually around the area. Forecast low for Scottsbluff for tonight, about 25 degrees. And then for tomorrow, we'll have highs close to what they were today in that upper 40, low 50 degree range. The forecast number for tomorrow for Scottsbluff is about 50 degrees. Winds may be fairly light for a time throughout the forecast for tomorrow. Then further ahead into that 7-day forecast, again it looks very unsettled really all week with those highs tomorrow near 50 and then 20% chance for precip on Wednesday. That chance for precipitation in the form of rain and or snow increases on Thursday and Friday, diminishes somewhat by Saturday with partly sunny skies. Temps throughout that period, at least Wednesday through Saturday, look to stay mainly in the 40s. We may get it up to mid to upper 50s on Sunday with more sunshine, and then further ahead by Monday's forecast coming up further out looks to be partly cloudy with highs in the mid-50s. So this unsettled weather pattern is with us for a better part of the week with periods of rain and or snow showers, and really temperatures are going to be quite a bit chillier across the area today. That is an update on our forecast here This evening, for KNEB.TV meteorologist Bill Boyer, I'm Steve Chose.
Many people count on space heaters and electric blankets to help stay warm in the winter. Here are a few safety tips. Space heaters need space all around them. Only buy space heaters that are tested and labeled by a national recognized facility. Before using a space heater or electric blanket, inspect the cord for cracks or warm spots. Finally, turn off electric blankets when not in use. Space heaters and electric blankets can provide needed comfort or can be deadly if not used with care. So use caution this winter season. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
Welcome back. A Scottsbluff businessman is facing a slew of new charges following his arrest Friday afternoon. 59-year-old Kuldip Chima Singh was arrested last year following a lengthy bootlegging investigation for his role as an operator of several area gas stations. But last week, he was arrested for his role as an area landlord. Court documents say on Friday morning, Singh went to one of his properties on 13th Street in Gering to collect rent. Now, the tenant was not home at the time, but her 17-year-old son was. The arrest affidavit said that Singh forced his way into the house and confronted the son about paying rent. Chima reportedly grabbed the boy by his throat and pushed him back into the wall as the confrontation escalated. The tenant was able to provide security video of the incident to police that corroborated what the 17-year-old had told officers. Singh was ultimately arrested on charges including child abuse intentional and knowingly, second-degree trespass, and disturbing the peace. Bond in this case was set at $20,000 with a 10% provision. Well, only one injury was reported Friday afternoon when a trailer came loose from a vehicle and hit two others on Five Rocks Road near the intersection with Stable Club Road. Officers found that a trailer had come free from a southbound pickup driven by 26-year-old Nicandro Quevedo of Scottsbluff. After the trailer came free from the vehicle, it then struck a northbound 2013 Ford pickup driven by 74-year-old Charles Flint of rural Scottsbluff, and then a 2007 Ford Fusion driven by 20-year-old Caden Reinmuth of Gering. Flint reported a cut to his torso and was transported to Regional West by private vehicle. Southbound traffic from Beltline on Avenue I was redirected for approximately 1 hour. And Nebraska lawmakers have set the stage for a new $230 million prison, even as other states close theirs, but they stopped short of fully endorsing the idea. Lawmakers gave first-round approval to a $14.9 million in-state funding that would allow the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services to start designing and planning for a prison to house more than 1,500 inmates and relieve chronic overcrowding. The measure includes $18 million to add bed space for inmates who are elderly, have mental health issues, and those with special needs. The legislature's Budget Writing Appropriations Committee agreed to set aside $115 million, half of the new prison's cost, but members held off on approving the money until they know more about their options. Well, coming up after the break, Chris Cottrell in with the latest from the world of sports. I love that. It was 90 seconds.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
National tournaments and national letters of intent as we check the Sports Desk headlines for this Monday. Season-ending national tournaments are on the horizon for a pair of WNCC teams. We knew that volleyball would be starting up at nationals this Thursday already. They'll take on Blinn College again Thursday in their national tournament opener. It's a double elimination tournament. They'll play their second match either Thursday night or Friday morning, depending on the outcome of that round one contest. What we didn't know moving forward was what was going to be the outcome for the Cougar women's basketball team. Despite the loss in the Region 9 tournament, they were selected yesterday as an at-large team for the national tournament field. They'll open down in Lubbock, Texas a week from today. Next Monday morning, they'll be in action against Iowa Western. Also for the Cougars, some midweek baseball action on tap for tomorrow afternoon at Cleveland Field. WNCC entertaining NJC. First pitch of that doubleheader is slated for noon. Now back to last week for another local athlete signing to continue his career in college. It's Gering two-time state wrestling champion Quentin Chavez. He's set to head to Lincoln to join the Huskers program.
It means a lot because not a whole lot of kids get this opportunity to go to the next level and wrestle, or just any sports in general, in college level. And it just means a lot to my school that anyone from anywhere can make it.
Chavez won individual state titles as a sophomore and also his junior season for the Bulldogs. Those two wins, the biggest among his high school record over at Gering, 163, again a four-year career total that now tops the charts for Gering.
It means a lot, especially knowing that I got to beat my coach's record right in front of him. So it's a big honor.
Yeah, Chavez breaking the match wins record previously held by current Gering head coach Jared Berger, who thinks Chavez has the perfect mentality to thrive once he gets settled in Lincoln.
The ceiling's high. It's it's a top-notch program. So every time you step into that room, you're wrestling the best kids from their state. So you're wrestling state champs multiple times, All-Americans at Fargo. So you're wrestling top-notch competition day in and day out. That'll help him develop and get better, and you just have to have that mindset. And I think Quentin has that mindset to go in there and get better. He's not afraid to mix it up with guys and compete. He's been doing it since he's a little kid, finding the best guys to go out and wrestle. So it's going to be no different in practice. Practices are tough. You got good wrestlers. Every day you're going to be grinding away with guys that are studs. So that helps you get better or you go out. But, I think he's mentally tough enough to handle it, and he'll do great.
Not just the individual stats for Chavez at Gering, but he'll go down really as one of the wrestlers who helped reestablish the entire program. A freshman when Berger took over, he, along with the rest of that senior class, able to get Gering back on top as the Bulldogs were able to win the team state championship in Class B this past year.
I'm pretty proud. I mean, being able to start the program, build it back up, it's definitely a great thing to do, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, and yeah.
A big step up in competition awaits, but Quentin Chavez ready to accept the challenge. He heads east to wrestle for Nebraska. That'll do it for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, Let me do it again.
When you call Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gearing Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we offer loans with competitive rates and quick decisions from our experienced lenders. Our team works hard to get to know you and your business. From ag to auto, home loans, and everything in between, we're here to help. Stop by Platte Valley Bank or apply online to find the loan that is right for you today.
And finally tonight, a special joint meeting takes place this evening with the Scottsbluff City Council joining the Scottsbluff Board of Education for the Scottsbluff Public Schools. The topic, the start of discussions of potential collaborations and partnerships to develop an indoor aquatics facility. The city and school district had to take steps in the recent past due to the age and increasingly expensive repairs at the Splash Arena. That meeting is set for 6 p.m. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.